Today we are going to discuss the topic organ systems for class 9. There are 11 major organ systems present in our body. Now we will discuss 7 important organs. They are circulatory system, respiratory system, digestive system, urinary system, nervous system, muscular system and skeletal system. Now let's talk about circulatory system. The circulatory system, also known the cardiovascular system, consists of the heart, blood and blood vessels. The heart pumps blood around the body. The blood goes to other parts of the body in tubes called blood vessels. Arteries, veins and capillaries are different types of blood vessels. The veins carry oxygen-poor blood from other parts of the body to heart. The arteries are the blood vessels that deliver oxygen-rich blood from the heart to the tissues of the body. The capillaries are very small blood vessels that link veins to arteries. The heart has 4 chambers. The 2 upper chambers of the heart is known as right atrium and left atrium. The lower chamber of the heart is known as right ventricle and left ventricle. The right side and the left side heart is separated by the layer is called septum. Impure blood from different parts of the body first enters the right atrium and then pushed into the right ventricle. From the right ventricle, the blood goes to the lungs to get rid of carbon dioxide and pick up oxygen. From the lungs, the oxygen-rich blood enters the left atrium. It is then pumped into the left ventricle. From the left ventricle, the oxygen-rich blood travels around the body through arteries to provide cells with oxygen and other nutrients. At the same time, it collects carbon dioxide and waste materials from the cell and again goes to the right atrium. And this way, the blood circulation continues in the body. The respiratory system. The respiratory system allows you to breathe. The respiratory system's main function is to supply oxygen that a body needs and breathe out carbon dioxide that our body doesn't need. You have 2 lungs, but they are not the same. The lung on the left side is a bit smaller than the lung on the right. This extra space on the left leaves room for your heart. The lungs are connected to the nose and mouth by the pharynx, larynx and trachea. The trachea is also known as the windpipe. Respiration starts from the nose. Then it travels through lungs to pharynx, larynx and trachea. Our lungs are made up of very tiny sacs called alveoli. There are about 6 million alveoli in our lungs. The heart pumping action pushes the blood around the body. The blood goes to each part of the body, delivering oxygen and in turn taking in carbon dioxide. It flows to the lungs once again, passes through the alveoli, then travels through the trachea, larynx and pharynx to the nose or mouth where it's breathed out. The digestive system. The digestive system is responsible for breaking down food we eat into smaller components so that nutrients can be easily absorbed by the body and the waste is discarded. The digestive system includes mouth, esophagus, liver, stomach, gallbladder, pancreas, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, anus. Food passes through an 8-meter long tract inside the body known as the digestive tract. The mouth is the first part that begins the first process of digestion. When you take food through the mouth, saliva mixes with it and your teeth break up the food so that it becomes easier to swallow it. The swallowed food then travels down to the esophagus, the tube that connects your throat to your stomach. In an adult human, the esophagus is about 25 centimeter long. After entering your stomach, the food mixes with some gastric juices from your pancreas, liver and gallbladder and breaks it down further into a paste. Food starts to arrive in the small intestine 1 hour after it is eaten, and after 2 hours the stomach has emptied. The small intestine is the longest part of the digestive system. It is about 5 meters long. The nourishing part of the food goes into the bloodstream from the small intestine and is transported all over the body. The remaining unwanted parts of the food enter into the large intestine. Here excess water and salt removes from the undigested food. Water remains as the waste, travels through the rectum and comes out of the body through anus. The urinary system. The urinary system is also known as the renal system. It helps our body to get rid of waste material in liquid form and keep the right amount of water in the body. It consists of 4 parts: kidneys, ureters, bladder and urethra. The primary organs of the urinary system are the kidneys, which are bean-shaped organ. There are 2 kidneys in our body. The kidneys help in removing the toxins from our body, absorbing them from the blood. From the kidneys, urine travels down 2 thin tubes called ureters. The ureters are tubes that transport urine from the kidney to the bladder. The bladder is a hollow, balloon-shaped organ that is located in the pelvis. The job of the bladder is to store the urine until you go to the toilet. The urine passes out of our body through the urethra. The nervous system. The nervous system is the control center of the human body. The nervous system is the highway along which your brain sends and receives information about what is happening in the body and around it. The nervous system has 2 parts, the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. The brain and the spinal cord make up the central nervous system. The brain has 2 main parts, the cerebrum and the cerebellum. The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. The cerebrum is divided into 2 hemispheres. Each hemisphere controls the activities of the side of the body opposite that hemisphere. The cerebellum lies just below the cerebrum. It controls your body movement and balance. The peripheral nervous system carries messages to and from the central nervous system. It sends information to the brain and carries out orders from the brain. The spinal cord connects the central nervous system to the peripheral nervous system. The spinal cord is about 43 cm long in adult women and 45 cm long in adult men. A nerve is made up of billion of nerve cells called neurons. The nerves react to anything that we touch, feel, hear or see and send the message to the central nervous system. The brain in the central nervous system sends a message which tells the body how to react to the information provided. The nerves that send messages to your brain are called sensory nerves. The nerves that take message from the brain to different parts of the body are called motor nerves. The muscular system. The muscular system is responsible for the movement of the human body. You have more than 600 muscles in your body. These muscles do a lot of work in your body. They do everything from pumping blood throughout your body to helping you to lift your heavy backpack. Muscles work like elastic band. They can contract and expand. Muscles that you can control are called voluntary muscles. Muscles that you cannot control, they function on their own, are called as involuntary muscles. Your heart is also an involuntary muscle as you cannot control your heartbeat. There are three different types of muscles present in our body. They are skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, and cardiac muscle. Skeletal muscles are attached to your bones by fibers known as tendons. Skeletal muscles are voluntary muscles, which mean you can control what they do. The smooth muscles are involuntary muscles because you cannot control these. Your brain and body tell these muscles what to do without you even thinking about it. Smooth muscles in the digestive system contract and expand to help in the digestion of food. Smooth muscles in your eyes help you in focusing by controlling the size of your pupils. Muscles in the heart are called cardiac muscles. The cardiac muscles help the heart to pump blood around the body. The skeleton system. Your body is built around a hard and strong framework called skeletal system. Bones in your body together form the skeletal system and give your body structure. A newborn baby has more than 300 bones in their body. When the child grows up to an adult, these eventually fuse to form the 206 bones. Nearly half of the bones of your body are found in your hands and in your feet. The skeleton also acts as the protective shield for the vital internal organs of the body. The skull protects the brain from getting damaged. Your heart, lungs and liver are all very important, and luckily you have got ribs to keep them safe. Ribs act like a cage of bones around your chest. Your ribs attached in the back to the spine. Your spine lets you twist and bend, and it holds your body upright. It also protects the spinal cord, a large bundle of nerves. It is made up of 26 bones. Besides these functions, the skeleton also works with the muscle and tendons of your body to help you move around. Bones are held in their respective places by short bands of tissues called ligaments. The place where two bones meet is called a joint. Some joints move and others do not. The joints in your skull are not movable. Some moving joints, like the ones in your spine, move only a little. Two of the important joints are ball and socket joint and hinge joint. Your elbow and knees each have hinge joints, which let you bend and then straighten your arms and legs. Hinge joints allow movement in one direction only. You can find ball and socket joint at your shoulders and hips. They are made up of the round end of one bone fitting into a small cup-like area of another bone. They allows you to swing your arms and legs in many different directions. That's all about the skeletal system. Thank you, students. Keep learning.